on June 21st, 1964, around 11 o'clock, James Chaney, Andy Goodman, and Mickey Swanner were killed in Philadelphia, Mississippi, right off of Highway 19. They were murdered by Klansmen. And I was supposed to have been on the journey with them. I was 17 years old. I would have been dead just like they were. And we were their foot soldiers. We were students. We were high school students. Mississippi did something unique. You heard of SNCC, you heard of NAACP, you heard of SCLC, Dr. King's group, and you heard of CORE, right? Well, in Mississippi, they all came together as one, and they called themselves COFO, the Council of Federated Organizations, and it only existed in the state of Mississippi. About 1,000 students, black and white, and all denominations, were coming to Mississippi for the long, hot summer, and they were gonna do three things. They were gonna work on voter registration, they were gonna work on education, and they were gonna work on poverty. Well, we did only one project before Mickey, James, and Andy were killed. Well, in summer '64, when Mickey, James, and Rita went to Ohio, there was a burning in Philadelphia, Mississippi. A church was burned, okay? Mount Zion United Methodist Church. We were working with the people in Philadelphia. We told them of what had happened. James came over to the team center. James said, "Roscoe, I need to talk to you off to the side." First thing out of James' mouth was, "Roscoe, you got to go to Philadelphia tomorrow with us. We got a problem." He said, "You got to go this time because you're the only one Mickey gonna let go in that car." I said, "Okay." Well, the next morning, Sunday morning, June 21st, Mickey called my house. At that precise moment, there was a knock at my grandmother's door. It was Mr. Johnny Ray Moore, who worked for Enterprise Funeral Home. He had asked me during the week to talk to his young people, but to get them involved in the Freedom School. And I had forgotten all about that. And Mickey said, "Look, you can't go. You just meet us back at the COPO office this afternoon about 2 o'clock. We're gonna have a meeting." I said, "Okay." Well, at that time, the COPO building was downtown, the old building drugstore. Sue Brown was already there. She had opened the building. And it was a little after 3. I said, "Well, Sue, you know, we got a little time. They might be running a little late." She said, "No, they told us they were gonna definitely be back here at this time." About 4 something, Sue called me again. She said, "We got to find out where they are. Something is wrong." She said, "Well, I'm gonna call Jackson." So Judge Val Young Daddy, we called him. He came down. There was a Justice Department official, couldn't do anything because everything in Washington was closed down. Mr. Young, he was gonna take us back to the COPO building. But when he got downtown, I told him to go ahead and take Sue on home. I wanted to walk. And I wanted to walk because I knew something was wrong. Make a long story short, everything broke loose. There were people coming all over Meridian. This was a focal point. This was ground zero here at this church. All kinds of people came through Meridian, Mississippi, Dr. King included. James Chaney Memorial Service at this church, and we were sitting directly behind the Chaney family. You could not get in here. We probably had about 3,000 or 4,000 people around St. John. It was, I mean, the streets were absolutely packed. That march came down 7th Street up there where the stop sign is up there, okay? You know who organized everything? The students. We organized it. What I would say to the kids in Meridian is, you have mentors. You have us from the 60s. We were out there. Don't you ever think that kids before you didn't do some of the things that you wanted to do. And it wasn't changed until young people got up and did it. If you see some change that needs to be made, if you see a wrong that needs to be righted, get out and say it, get involved.